out. Watch out for the grumples. I'm a Fed,
Be-
obviously. We're doing
I think about
Or-
75% of my 75% of my chat is in the
Rounding
U.S.
them up.
government. They really are, or it's real. I'm not sure.
Remington.
Oh, that's
Oh my gosh, I'm covered in catnip. Hold on.
That's crazy.
wait, He-Man. What about Flo?
I'm smart, guys. By the way, I'm smarter than I look. I'm smarter than I look. I'm not as dumb as I look. That's what I have to say. I'm not as dumb as I look.
I am dumber than I look.
Oh, you are.
That's
That's
the difference
that's
between
unfortunate.
Taro and me. I'm
That's
way
unfortunate.
dumber than I look.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I'm not as dumb as
I don't know how to
look.
read. Math is like I left my abacus in my truck, dude. It's fine. And that truck has been I left on the side of the road years ago.
That's crazy.
No biggie.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm getting under the covers.
Can't
Doing fun,
tell.
guys.
That's crazy.
42 people in chat.
Is this?
But He-Man, no, Flo doesn't think everybody's Feds. Just he got nabbed by Feds one time, so he's biased.
This
Oh, for what?
live. So
I'm a caveman. I'm a caveman. I am a caveman.
I'm not going to
I
talk
like-
about his business.
That's crazy.
My channel's good. My channel's healthy, happy. Just like when I was a baby, like I would projectile vomit everywhere, and I got real skinny, and
What?
I thought I was gonna. When I was a baby, I was projectile vomiting. I couldn't hold out any formula, and all the doctors call my mom crazy. They're like, "Oh, you're feeding him wrong or something." But I had like my esophagus was narrow, and they just figured out the surgery for it a few years before. I didn't have any. I had hair, but it was so blonde that it looked like I was bald. But I didn't have any veins, and so they had to put the IV in the veins in my head. But I survived, and I shouldn't have. And so I'm still surviving.
I was adopted. Why were you not breastfed?
I was breastfed. My mom had already had 2 kids, and she was done with breastfeeding. But my older brother's 10 years older than me, so.
Oh, that's a
Recall
big
being
old
I
gap.
really don't recall. I saw pictures of I had the little the IVs in my head because I had no veins at that time. So, but it's called pyloric stenosis. It's like a narrowing esophagus, and they just figured out the surgery probably a few years before I was born. You remember being born? Wow, that's amazing, Billy Sick.
But nightmare. Or, I mean, I'll claim all that. Sure. Yeah.
I don't care if I'm known as a caveman. Cavemen are cool. Cavemen actually figured out let's go to a cave and stay out of the rain instead of being out in the rain.
You said Gramps, which I assume was a derogatory or maybe a infunsied about me because my name is Grump. I would assume that was towards me, but and then being the cave, I'll probably be proud to be a caveman in any context. It's fine.
Caveman. It means we were inside. We were out of the.
I'm a giant
sun.
Luddite. No, I did, even though I work in like the technology area, you shouldn't rely on it. You should have things that are baseline and then the technology should make it easier, but you still have the baseline thing to fall back on. That's just like
Weird.
big picture stuff though. I advise this at work all the time.
And that's amazing. You can breast. It is a lot of work, and it's like it's uncomfortable for the mother. It's like So the baby doesn't know the difference. I didn't know the difference between a bottle or a breast, and so I was absolutely fine. Formulas are probably pretty good too. But I know breast milk is best, but have I heard of SBP? What does that stand for? Scum.
Yeah, breast milk. If babies get or even adults get like shit in their eyes, not conjunctivitis, I think, but things that aren't that, maybe even that. Yeah, breast milk can be a curative for that, a therapeutic.
They sell all kinds of breast milk stuff on Etsy. You guys can get breast milk soap. You can get breast milk shampoos.
Yeah, breast milk is kind of miraculous, and it's super weird to like have the thought about like putting somebody like breast milk in your coffee or something. But it's like a miracle thing. Just nature, the way the body works is it's kind of.
Well, even more amazing. We have Flirty Diamond, and Flirty Diamond lactates. and so Florida Diamond is gonna sell her breast milk to
Wait,
all the chat, and we're all gonna be healed. So it's gonna be a
how how
it's
does
already
that
miraculous that she's lactating, and
how does
it's gonna be
that work?
miraculous. I can't
Oh,
explain. It's called the
you've
magic. It's called
you've
the
been
magic.
called
It's called
out.
magic of nature. No, I'm just kidding. Florida
You've been
Diamond, you know I
called
love
out.
you. You know I love you.
Can you milk me, fucker?
I'll try. Can I?
What's that actor's name? He's one of the other ones. Is like very
Ben Stiller.
anti-gun. No, not Ben Stiller.
Oh, De
Not Al
Niro.
Pacino. The other guy, De Niro.
De
Yeah,
Niro. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like very anti-gun, even though all the roles he's played.
Yeah, that's why I don't listen to
Like
celebrities for
organized crime.
their political
Yeah, it's like almost like they're paid to
advice.
pretend to be somebody and not, know things. Just pretend to be somebody.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, super weird.
Oh, it's crazy, man. Like, man, it's almost like they lead this life that,
Hey,
they
Laura,
don't
come here.
understand us common folk.
Colin. Hey, so why do men have nipples, and did Adam have a belly button? These are some questions I want everyone to consider this morning.
I would
Did
say
Adam,
yes, and I don't know why men have nipples, but Eve was created in Adam's likeness, and rib was taken from Adam to
Silly
create
little
Eve.
rib.
So yeah,
if Adam was just created by God, why would he have a belly button? Because a belly button means you're born from a woman.
I
Who says Adam had a belly button?
you
That's
know
what
what?
I'm
That's a
saying. I'm saying,
valid
did he?
point.
Did
You know
he?
what?
Did
That's
he?
a
I'm
valid
saying, did
point.
he?
I'm assuming.
Where
So yeah,
where is
Did he?
where is that? Hang on. Where is that
theoretically, if
coming
he's the
from? That
first, if he's
Where's
the
it coming
first,
from?
yeah, he probably
Because
wouldn't have a belly button.
out
he
of
was created.
curiosity.
He was
Like I
created.
said, I made an assumption, but
He
then
was
again,
created. He was created out of the clay, so he wasn't born from a woman, so he wouldn't have a umbilical cord, so there'd be no belly button. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough.
Unless have any of you ever done? Has anybody in on the call or in chat ever done sand casting?
No, what's that?
Okay, so you take an object, right, and you make a form like with just wood, right, and then use basically damp sand. It's called like engineering sand,
Well,
or
you pour your
depending
metal
on what you're interested. You put an object, the object that you're trying to replicate, into the sand, and then you put another like box of wood around, and then fill up the rest with sand, and you pack it down really tight. And then what you do is you take the two pieces apart. So what you have now is basically a mold made out of essentially damp sand. It's called engineering sand. It's like it's really cool. It's not like silica sand like you find on the beach. It's a little bit different, but it's really cool. It's like sand. So you've got your object, and then now you've got a mold for that. So, but what you have to do in order to cast it is you have to have a hole. And there are techniques where you like make runoffs like on one side or the other. You make runoffs and then like other ways for it to poke out. And these are techniques so you prevent air bubbles, so you get a full solid cast. But you still have to have a hole where you push in. And maybe that is where if so in the context of if Adam had a belly button, right? Maybe something like that is why, because something still had to happen to breathe life into the initial one, right?
Where it got poured
because
in.
and then you still have these things that you have to grind off or whatever after your metal is cast in the sand, but maybe the piece that you have has a mark, and maybe that's the original belly button. If I'm just throwing spaghetti here.
That's
if somebody is, that's supposed. Just I'm working with the hypothetical that okay, hey, Adam had a belly button, assuming everything is right there. Then how could this happen? Sorry, I have a STEM degree. I'm probably autistic, so I gotta like go down the rabbit trail of how could this work.
I enjoy your.
Let's figure it out.
Train. Also, though, to be fair, it really doesn't matter if Adam had a belly button or not. We all have a belly button, we know, because, well, going forward from birthing and blah, 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 whatever the fuck. But, I mean, he had to be hooked up to something to be made and grown, right? Like, I mean, God didn't just magically make him. So I mean, theoretically, I would say he had a belly button because he was grown.
Even if he did, there's still a possibility for that same spot to be. I mean, why is the belly spot that specific spot that's the umbilical cord is attached to? Maybe that was the original one that was used by the divine for the first man.
Or
I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm not that deep into scripture. I've only just recently started going to Bible study, so
I can't remember anything biblically
that
said in the from reading the Bible that talked about Adam having a belly button essentially, or being hooked up to anything. Yeah.
So what I found works on like show panels is just like vaguely being racist and funny, not being a fundamental Christian. That doesn't work for panels so much. Which I'm not racist. You are.
But I'm not racist.
And no, Isaiah, I don't mean you. I mean everybody
watching. I
can't
be racist.
No, you are racist. Obama said so. So there you go. There's your racism. Oh, well, I mean, Obama said everybody's racist. So, ooh, which one do you believe now? Oh,
I don't know. He's the black guy. I don't really trust their. I don't trust.
But he had a very sharp crease in his slacks. So
they talk fast.
Yeah. Wait, talking fast. So Ben Shapiro should. And you remember the guy who did the Micro Machines ads in the 80s?
No, I was not old enough for that.
He talked very fast. That was the whole shtick. The guy who did the Micro Machines ads in the 80s and early 90s. They were like Matchbox cars or Hot Wheels, cars? But they were little tiny cars.
Yeah,
Micro Machines. I think they sped him up artificially.
I believe it. I think
so then also Ben Shapiro's in that clan also, right? But then he slowed his ass down for that music video with Tom McDonald.
Yeah.
The song that they did, what Facts? Just Facts.
It's so I think stupid.
He slowed his ass down. Ben Shapiro could have went like 4 times faster. He's like it felt like he was on the opposite, whatever the opposite of Adderall is. It felt like that was what was going on.
It was Ben Shapiro minus his Adderall and cocaine, but
yeah.
Well, I'm not accusing him.
What are you gonna get?
But no, it was very.
Oh wait, we're not supposed. Hang on, we're not supposed to. That wasn't political. That was like making observations of political humor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
There's no statements.
We're not being political here at all. Minus the racism that you probably have.
Well, that's not political. That's just racist.
Oh yes, it's not political. It's just racism. Yeah. That's just what everybody has. That's what Obama told me. So it's got to be true, right?
Exactly.
I believe. Hashtag I believe.
Hashtag all lives matter.
Hashtag I believe in Harvey Dent.
Hashtag. No, I won't. Oh, never mind. I won't say that hashtag.
Oh, wait. So hang on. You remember Aaron Eckhart was Harvey Dent in the Christopher Nolan Batman movies?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the original, what's his name? The funny, not the funny guy. Nightmare Before Christmas. No, the very first, the director, very first Batman movies. He's like Burton, Tim Burton. Tim Burton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and in the Tim Burton Batman movies, there was supposed to be a third one, by the way, but in his movies, Billy D. Williams was Harvey Dent, who is a light-skinned, melanated fella, which is also backed up with the Batman animated series, where Harvey Dent is a light-skinned, melanated fella. I think a lot of people don't know that. Is that, well, I mean, a mulatto that in some languages you might say. A lot of people don't know that so Two-Face is black. So you can't like dislike him or just whatever.
Because you're racist.
Or, partially black at least, which makes him black. So that's how
Well,
that works.
I didn't know that.
If you're part black. Yeah, no, he's like a black. Well, I mean, not superhero, but super villain, I guess. Yeah, he's one of the very first ones, I think. Honestly, it was. I don't know about the comics because I don't know how to read, so I don't have like any knowledge of comic books. But what I've seen is that yeah, Two-Face, Harvey Dent, the character Harvey Dent is a light-skinned black guy.
Well,
And
shit.
having Tommy Lee Jones playing Two-Face was like, I don't think that's right. But then I also don't think having a black James Bond or a white Blade or anything would be right, because that's like the original characters. So if you're
True.
gonna have a movie about it, I
Well,
wouldn't.
James Bond, I give the
I
argument
wouldn't.
because James Bond is ever evolving in character, and I know it's all
Well,
based off.
no,
of
James
but...
Bond being a chick is no.
Oh no, a chick? No, the chick is unacceptable. But you can go black.
There,
It could be Idris Elba. Idris Elba's acceptable. You know, like that's
no,
fine.
the thing is that no, James Bond just. I mean, personally, I think they maybe should have made it a different character every time it was a different actor. That's maybe what my preference would have been. But also, if you want to have somebody who's a different ethnicity,
10.5.
yeah, like so Agent Smart, Don Adams, who was also played the voice of Inspector Gadget, by the way. Don Adams missed him by that much. Don Adams was the original Get Smart, but so he was Agent 86, and then Agent 99 was the chick. I forget her name.
But different character.
I mean, there's yeah, just it's a different character. They were in the same time in the same place. If you want to have, I mean, just have a different character that's of the same organization. And then that leaves it open for, hey, maybe Bond is still alive somewhere, and then you can rescue him and like whatever.
True.
Instead of having a what was it, the Galahad, the Kingsman, where no, there can only be one Galahad and one Lancelot, and then now there's a new Lancelot, and so now we have to get a new Lancelot. That's, I mean, what were so everybody else 1 through 10? What the fuck were those other agents doing?
Yeah.
To where you have to only use 7. So there's 3 digits also. That means there's up to 999 other agents for MI6. So why are we focusing on number 7? If you want to have somebody who's either different demographics or just different enough to where it's a different character, just give them a new number.
Just don't fit right.
And then that leaves the door open for then 007 to come in and be in the same movie, like in the next movie.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Daniel Craig
and make it like a whole MCU thing.
Being double O's.
Isaiah, go ahead.
O's?
Yeah, well, in the double O's, yeah. That means there's 10 of them.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm saying, I'm agreeing with you. That'd be awesome. 007, Daniel Craig, and Idris Elba being 008 or 9.
How badass would it have been, okay, if Daniel Craig was not 007, but like 009, and then in another movie, Sean Connery shows up with Daniel Craig? How badass would that have been? It's not like...
Which one was Tomorrow Never Dies? I can't... I'm blanking.
I don't remember.
Name.
I'm not a giant Bond fan, but that's like the example that was in recent history that I used.
I can't remember his name. Fuck, I'm blanking out. But that would have been awesome too. Him in there. Tomorrow Never Dies is one of my favorite Bond movies.
I like Goldmember.
It'd be baller as fuck. Goldmember's good.
Goldmember is probably the best Bond movie.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I like the newer ones, but I'd agree with that.
I like gold.
Oh, you're talking Austin Powers. Fuck up.
I would have let it go for longer,
Isn't,
but I wanted to see how
isn't there was a
like
gold? No, there was a
ramped up.
gold something. The
Goldfinger
gold,
was the Bond movie.
Goldfinger. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
Not gold member. Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry. Fuck off. Cock teasing. Yeah. No. I love gold. Would you
I
like a
love
blitz
gold.
and a blood?
You like a smoke and a pancake? Bong and a blinch?
Yeah, that was the blitz and the blood.
A blitz and a blunt? Wait, was that the same movie with Dr. Yeah, that was with Dr. Evil, wasn't it? Oh man.
Well, of course, yeah, it was Austin Powers.
So do you remember like Our Man Flint and in like Flint? It was okay, that was like in the 60s. The US like answer to James Bond. And it was supposed to be totally serious, but it was like this is I don't think it was at the time. I don't think it was considered comedy at the time, but right now, oh, the movies. So it's in like Flint and Our Man Flint. And it's these are so bad that they are comedy.
I'll have to check them out. Yeah, I never heard of that. So in like Flint and our
Yeah, no, so also funny thing, I don't remember which Austin Powers movie it was, but they referenced or not I was about to say Steve Austin, but no. Michael Myers directly referenced the movie in like Flint.
Dude, that's fucking funny.
Which
I like movies when they joke and reference the movie in there. Pierce Brosnan. Fuck. That's who was in Tomorrow Never Dies. Pierce Brosnan. Also, shit. Well, wait.
I
No,
didn't
you
like-
still got to be awake. How do we get kicked to the back?
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought we got kicked to the back. Or did he just drop out? Is he still streaming?
Yeah, no, Psyche. We're currently live on Psyche's channel, so don't do anything super racist or toss. But we are now entertaining Psyche's chat while he is away. Currently, that's what we're doing. I'm not
Fair
live.
enough.
You are.
Fair enough.
I'm the wild card in this situation. However, which is a weird thing to be.
You're the
But,
responsible.
we're-
No, I'm not. I'm not that outrageous.
I'm totally not the dad taking everybody's keys and saying you're not driving home right now.
Yeah,
That's
no.
not me.
Well, fair enough. I wouldn't listen anyway. Fuck you, Dad. Fuck you. This is my purse. I don't know you.
I mean, you might get hit in the head with a shovel by somebody, not me. But oh no, the keys fell out of your hand.
I might deserve it.
Just so you don't get a DWI, because that's a very expensive and life-changing proposition. Just don't get a DWI.
So I'm drunk in my garage.
Even if you are out having a good time someplace, never put your keys in the ignition. Don't especially in Texas, don't even walk towards your vehicle with your keys. How are you going to get your jacket out of the vehicle? Oh, don't know. Just in Texas, don't even walk towards your vehicle with your keys, because you might get a DWI.
That's insanely wild. Or here it's you can't have your keys within like reach of you operating your vehicle. So like if you pass out in your car, you can still get a public intox, but as long as your keys aren't in range, like you throw them in the back seat and you just can't just reach and grab them real quick, shit, or I don't know, you throw them in your truck bed or some shit, you're fine. As long as the car's
or
not
put them in a
running.
Ziploc bag. Yeah. Well, no, just this is like case law that's already happened. Is like in Texas, it's been a thing where it happened
Just
where somebody walking towards his vehicle.
That's insane.
With
Because it's
keys
like,
in
what
his
if
possession.
you're getting a ride home,
Texas
but you need
is-
to grab something out of your vehicle and then
Yeah,
catch
seriously.
your ride, right?
or if, like 100%, you sleep in your truck and it's like 1,000 degrees, so you turn on the AC. Oh, you turned on your ignition. You put the keys
Yep.
in. Oh no, DWI. That's one thing where Texas might not be the best country. No, I love Texas, but there's a few things that could be improved. I think Texas is the best country, but there's a few things that could still be improved.
There is, yeah.
That's
There's
some
a
of it.
lot everywhere. But yeah, no, and like some of the DWI laws are just so easy to catch people up on some shit. It's like, dude, like, I get it. Like, you shouldn't drink and drive, even though in some states it's legal for you to have an open container while driving. I mean, there's still the legal limits, of course, but you can drink a beer while driving.
Yeah, the drinking and driving. I mean, even that.
I mean,
you shouldn't
I'm not opposed to it as long as you're not.
You shouldn't be like intoxicated to the point where you're messing things up.
Yeah,
Some people
we get our legal limits for a reason, but
yes, well, I mean, some people even with those limits, some people can still do things and function. High functioning alcoholics, which I mean, I'm not, holding water for anybody or nothing, but high functioning alcoholics, like, well, I mean, yeah, dude might be like 0.2, but that's his normal. And he's not putting anybody in danger and has been fine for like forever.
I mean, that's a very hard scale to judge people on. Though.
And it's a very hard. That's a hard.
We need
what I just said.
We need the general
is a hard
scale
to climb. It's like it's not a popular opinion.
But just because
I'm kind of libertarian, so
if you didn't put your car in gear, there's no reason you should get a DUI in any state anywhere. Until you put the car in drive and you start moving that vehicle within reason.
Now you're applying common sense to law, which is not how it works.
I know. Yeah, no. Law and common sense do not agree. I know. Oh, man. Also,
like people shouldn't.
Oh, sorry. Go
people
ahead.
People shouldn't get like any penalties or fines for just not wearing helmets or seatbelts. I mean, their choice, right?
Seatbelt is a personal you're not putting anybody else at risk by not wearing your seatbelt. It is purely your.
If there are seatbelt laws, you are not free. That's if the state can enforce you to do something.
Yeah,
you're not free. That's just the property taxes.
Agree for the most part. Well, okay, property tax is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean these are all just in the same vein.
Tax when I bought the property. Why the fuck am I continuing?
I own the property, but wait, no, you still need to keep paying us. Wait, no, but I don't want to do that. But no, you own the property, so you have to pay us now.
Income tax, and then I'm getting taxed on every dollar I spend after you've already taxed my income. The fuck?
Oh wait, you own something? Okay, you got to give us a piece of it forever.
Well, yeah.
Or
you got to register your vehicle every fucking year and pay money to the state to register the vehicle.
Well, no, vehicle registration is a little bit different because
I still call bullshit on it. It's fucking stupid, dude. Like,
I mean, you don't have to have a vehicle registration to operate it, except on public roads.
And it's stupid though, because it's
if you've never lived rural, it will have no meaning to you. But yeah, no, like ranch Jeeps are a thing.
Yeah, and I mean, it's dumb. It's just, I mean, I get it. It's the state collecting money for whatever fucking resources that they're using it for, which usually ends up somebody remodeling their office every fucking year in some state office. The government facilities, because there's excess money left over and they need to spend it.
And hey, for anybody who's watching the stream right now, go ahead and slap that like button. I see 34 people watching, which is a new stream that Psyche started up, not too long ago. But go ahead and slap that like button also. I say slap that because I happen to be a bass player and I just
slap the fuck out of it.
I have a bass right there. But I'm a big fan of just slapping that like button. Just go ahead and do that, nerds.
Don't hate on me, because, dude, I fucking hate that Psyche left. Fucking worst time, because I need to fucking lay down. Jesus Christ. It is 10 o'clock in the morning here. I'm so fucking tired.
Oh,
And the alcohol,
actually,
legit, it sucks.
excuse me. I think my camera will be still available. I need to log in on my work stuff. I have a meeting in, I think it.
Oh shit, I have an
I
11
don't
o'clock
remember.
appointment. Fuck. Oh, God, that sucks.
You to
Oh,
use the one-time token key and then.
well, no, your camera's still good so far, but yeah.
Oh, outstanding. No, I got to do like my the contract for work that I've been on for the past 6 months is coming to the end on Thursday, so I've got to do like handoffs with people, and I've got about 15 before my next meeting. Okay,
Oh shit.
so we're still good. I'll hang
Yeah.
out for.
I'm going to fucking lay down. I am fucking spent. Also, I'm very aggravated about my truck. Dumb. I can't imagine how much that's gonna cost to get that fucking fixed.
I think CS passed out, which
Yeah, if we don't have
do you
sites
have?
in here, nobody can add to StreamYard.
Do you have? You don't have mod on his channel or his StreamYard or anything?
I have mod on his channel. No, I don't have mod on the StreamYard.
If anybody who has mod on the StreamYard can jump in and shut it down.
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
fucking great. Oh, hello, kitty. Good morning.
just to prevent, because I think he. Wait, did he publish it in the chat? Wait, no, I don't. I don't think he put it in the new chat, so it's probably safe.
Yeah.
But like, if Isaiah and I leave, we don't want just some rando coming in and just hosing Psyche's channel. Because I think he's passed out.
Probably. Fucking Psyche. He just random fucking leaves. Hello, Remy. Remy, you're in my fucking spot. Yes, I love you, buddy. But you're in my oh shit. Fucking A. Are you seriously just gonna sleep in my fucking blanket? What the fuck? Sorry. What are you doing, dog? What are you doing? All right. I'm off. It's been a pleasure. Again, thank you for everything. Advice, help.
Yeah, no, I Isaiah, 100%. No, cool. We'll talk, and yeah, hey, congratulations. Start getting those view hours, and we'll get you monetized.
Fuck yeah. Thank you. And I'm in the Discord, so I will absolutely see you eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Keep it
brother. Have a
second,
good
man.
night. Enjoy your meeting. And good night, chat. Or morning. I don't know.
Okay, so hey, here's the link one more time. I can't play it because it'll probably get a DMCA strike, but also I think I physically can't play it as a separate thing. I could put it on my screen, but putting it let's do commentary on. I don't think this is the best one. I just watched the beginning of it. I don't think this is the best one that I've seen. This is the movie Nobody, for the bus scene when the Doom music kicks in. Let's all watch this together and do commentary. I've got I got another 5 minutes, and then I have to go and get quick ready for a meeting or work. Oh, and okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, there's a bunch of punching going on. And now Mick Foley's doing his little intro bits. We're just on a bus. This is commentary. Oh, the electro dance music comes in. I still don't know what that vehicle is. It's not a G-Wagon. I'm not live right now. We're just doing this for Mr. Psyche's channel until we can't anymore. Just to hang out and be friends. So what's going through Bob Odenkirk's head right now, Saul? He's saying, God doesn't close one door without opening another. He said, please, God, open that door. He is wishing with all of his being that these degenerates step onto the bus and start causing chaos so that he can just have a little bit of an outlet, because he's been pent up for a while, you see. Yeah, he's dressed like what they would call a nerd. But then he closes the door and kicks the bus driver out, empties the revolver of all the ammo, and tells all the degenerates, hey, I'm going to fuck you up. They proceed to laugh, and then the fight ensues. Mick Foley, Doom music kicks in. This is where the Doom music kicks in. This is a lot of fisticuffs, you see. A lot of group management as far as fighting goes, because group management versus a one-on-one fight for points is an entirely different scenario. Group management in the real world is a skill for a different martial art than if you're trying to score points. Somebody opened a knife, and then we had to deal with a knife, and that's not a knife. It's not a thing anymore. But where's that knife? Oh, we don't know. Everybody's breathing hard. Bob Odenkirk takes his watch off his hand and wraps it around his fist, and then takes the knife out of his own kidney, and then stands up, ready to go again. Oh, a guy intercepts him, possibly the leader of the group. He injects his knife into that guy's arm, and that ends. And then there's so much chaos and fighting, and you stop requested, wrapping the string that you pull for the stop around the neck, and going through glass. There's all kinds of chaos happening. Oh, Bob Odenkirk, Saul, the main character here, Mr. Nobody, he went through the glass. So the fight's over, you see. There's the gang, we'll call them, of assailants is now assessing their damage, and like they have teeth missing and nose bleeding. Oh, Bob Odenkirk, He stands up. He's in broken glass outside the bus. You see, and now he's the bus driver is talking to him. He says, "Oh no, wait just a moment, ma'am," and he gets back on the bus. He opens the door and gets back on the bus, and they're all looking at him like, "What's going on?" He takes his knife and cuts off the seatbelt from the bus driver area. He tells the girl who was there to run. So now it's only adversaries. Now there's a lot more violence. A one versus many fighting scenario with a knife. However, he loses the knife because it got stuck in somebody and he couldn't hold on to it. Because, I mean, when your hands get wet from blood or sweat or whatever, things get slippery. That's why a lot of firearms have a textured, stippled grip. Now you have a man, the youngest sir of them all, attempting to take Bob Odenkirk's revolver, put the ammo back into it, and then take a shot. However, he does take a shot, but Bob Odenkirk had already taken a pillar, a piece of pipe, off of the bus and hit him a lot. Now Bob Odenkirk picks up a is Pepsi okay because he couldn't get a Coke in a fast food restaurant? Cup with a bendy straw. And he performs an emergency tracheotomy on the guy that he was beating with a pipe not less than a minute earlier, and sticks the straw in there, and the wound closes up around it because that's what happens when you perform a tracheotomy. Like as soon as you stick the pipe, it closes around it. So he just saved his assailant, and then he exits the bus, says, "Have a good evening" to the bus driver, and walks away. I should have been recording this. CS, or not CS, but Psyche, and it is now past my time. I got a meeting in less than 5 minutes. I have to go get ready for and then participate in the meeting. I appreciate you having me on, sir. I'm sure you'll see this at some point if you don't delete this one, but I don't think anything happened where you would have to delete this one. Everybody, 21 watching, I see 3 likes. Remember to slap that like button on this video. I'm going to head out. It's going to be a blank screen until somebody can change that when Psyche gets back, or maybe never. Just be polite in the chat, please. Just, common sense. But you all have a great night, and keep it sexy.